people are actually watching. And okay, I think this is a good time to start. So, let's get started. Ah, there it is. My forgot. Turn off your phones. There we go. All right. That's the cue to start. Hey everyone, welcome to another Webflow Workshop. I'm your host Nelson. Oh, let me center this real quick. There we go. All right. Yes, welcome guys. Hello. This is going to be an awesome topic because we're going to be talking with a special guest, JT Helms from HECO. We'll find out soon. But they created an award-winning website that is, to me, it's super simple but yet impactful. And making simple sites is really, really hard. I mean, anyone could do like multiple interactions and make something that's just so off the wall and crazy, but it takes talent and it takes a lot of time to strip a site all the way down to its core fundamentals and make something so simple that it looks simple, but in actuality it's hard to do. But yeah, before I introduce our guest and go more into our topic, I want to say thank you to everyone who's in the live chat right now. The first person in here, Brian, thank you so much for being here. Alex, Webflame, Riley, I think Alexandra's here. Nita, yeah, Nita's here too. Fern, and who else is here now? I was gonna say JT Helms, yeah, he's here. And Alex Ironwood, yeah. Hi guys, thank you so much for coming back each week. Yeah, let's get started. JT Helms from, is it HECO or HECO?
That's the big question, right? When we came up with the name, we've been pronouncing it Hiko, and it's hard for me to break that habit. But it seems like consensus is it's Heko now.
Oh,
That's how
HECO.
it's like 90% of people say Heko. So I think we should just go with what what everyone else uses. So
Okay, okay. At first I thought it was HECO, but then I read your last name and it was Helms, and so He
right.
from Helms, and then
That's
sorry, what was
that's
the
a
other name?
logical conclusion. Yeah.
Yeah, so HECO. There we go. So,
Yeah.
hello, HECO.com was the website. And let me just show to the chat room right now the website if they haven't seen it yet. It's hellohecco.com, and they've won recently Site of the Day on the awards.com site. And this part, it's just, I want to know a lot about this stuff. Before I drill down to it, let's just go look at this. It's just so subtle, the transitions as you scroll down. And also the hover effects is interesting. You have this wavy pattern that shows up everywhere on your site, including your logo, where this is interactions too. It's just a simple typeface, but then you have interactions with it that's repeating the waves from the hero row. And then you scroll down, and then you have the waves again because the cards aren't on a single row. It's always moving. It's different vertical heights, and it's pleasing. It's very pleasing. And you scroll down even more, and then you get the two partners, and you have the waves happening again. And I don't know, is this a tab or is this just another row? I'm so confused, and I want to know how you did this.
Yeah, I got some tricks going on in there.
Yeah, and I can't wait to drill down into this. And then we scroll down even more, and here's the companies you've worked with, and it's so simple. And you get down to the bottom and get in touch, and you have the waves happening over and over. So yeah, if you guys haven't checked it out, learn from it and just try to dissect it. And we're lucky enough to have JT, who's built this on Webflow, to give us the behind the scenes scoop on it. So JT, first question: how did you first learn about Webflow?
Um, I guess it was about a year ago now. I signed my account is about a year old. But the first experiment I did was make the Heko placeholder site. So For the longest time, it was just a logo. You hover over it and did a cool animation. We knew eventually we were going to do it, but that was kind of me first testing the waters. And then it sat like that for a long time until my wedding, actually last September. I did our wedding website on Webflow, and
Oh,
that was my
congratulations.
first sort of foray into building with it and going live. And I was super surprised and pleased with how that turned out. So I kind of knew quickly like this could be a real contender for how we do our own site.
Nice, nice. And so, uh, building a simple site like this, like I keep saying, it's really hard. And I want to know, where did you get your inspiration for the waves?
So the waves were, in doing something so simple, it kind of just comes back to our design philosophy.
Mm.
Mine as a designer, my background is in design. I've been a creative director at different agencies, been a freelance designer for a couple of years now. Um, so that's my background, and then my partner Matt, he's on the copywriting side, but he also has a background in strategy, user experience design, and then product design before that. So actual, physical industrial design. And the reason we work so well together, I think, is because we're always sort of we both feel like the right answer is there, and it's kind of the one like most simple solution. So there's a sense of purity that we want in all design that we do.
Hmm.
um, and when we're talking about how we want the site to feel and what we want to communicate, this sense of purity and simplicity, and like our strive to find you know uh, equilibrium in a way, took me to the simplest representation of sound, because I'm just into sound stuff. I'm do some like production as a hobby and into electronic music and stuff. And I just thought like the waveform of a sine wave is the purest representation of sound. It's a solid tone, just woo. but it's a playful form too. So um, yeah, I thought like, why not this sort of like rolling wave as this sort of like meditative symbol for what we like about design and what we're
Wow.
striving for.
That's an
So
awesome concept. Hashtag deep, man. Oh man, yeah. That's see.
that's the
Uh,
conceptual explanation for it. The visual explanation is
yeah.
just this acute shape, right? So
Yeah.
and we
Well, I
wanted to
mean, I'm
find
more into the concepts, and I think that's what a lot of web designers miss out on when they first get into the business. They just want to go straight into design, and then for some reason, um, the design doesn't look good. And I struggle with this all the time whenever I'm trying to make my own portfolio site, and I've been learning more and more that it starts with a concept. It never
absolutely.
starts with the design. And so just hearing your concept and why you love that waveform, why you love waves, and how it's simplistic, man, that's awesome.
And I think that's especially important with a platform like Webflow. When you're given this toolkit and you have all of these possibilities just ready at a click, which is the beautiful thing about Webflow. Um, it it sort of gives you like blank canvas syndrome. So like, why is one interaction or one animation better than another? If you don't have sort of like a conceptual framework to ladder all your decisions back to, it's only going to make your job harder. So with us, it was, that sense of purity, calmness, ease, So when I was vetting like one, page transition over another or one animation over another, it always kind of laddered back to like, well, does this work for our concept statement?
Mm-hmm.
So it just helps you to make decisions. It's basically a framework for vetting the right choice along the way.
Nice, nice. So after the concept, is your workflow, the traditional standard one, where you go concept to wireframe, webflow, and then launch, or do you do anything different?
Uh, that's pretty much it. To varying degrees. The wireframe for the HECO site was uh, one page, basically a napkin sketch. Matt and I just talked it over, and that works because we are our own client. So as long as we agree on the direction, we're good. Um, but yeah, then I moved into, I use Sketch and Affinity Designer actually is what I've been using lately for production, image production and prep. Um, so I moved into those, but yeah, I was able to jump into Webflow pretty much right off the bat. Like I didn't do a whole lot of um, noodling in the design phase. I definitely didn't have everything figured out or every page laid out
Yeah.
when I started. So just had the broad strokes, and I'm happy to share some of that too. I've got some design files pulled up if you want to see them.
Yeah, yeah. Let's get into it. Let's jump in behind the scenes. If you can share your screen and yeah,
Cool.
let's see behind the scenes of this site.
All right. So
Very
now,
interested. Yep. Okay, I see it.
cool. Do you see a sketch file?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, this is essentially where I started with the homepage design. Um, I knew I basically laid it out in these chunked sections. And one thing I wanted to be sure of from the start was finding a way to have these like smooth fading background transitions.
Mm-hmm.
Matt will remember, like, even when we were in wireframing phase, I was like, if the site does one thing, I want to figure out how to do that because I've designed so many websites that have these hard section breaks, just like you can see in the design
Yeah.
here, and they scroll down. But I really wanted, I wanted to get away with that and have it be a little bit more of a smooth transition between sections.
Which
So
goes into your concept of smoothness and the waves and stuff.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That like meditative scrolling experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, so this is sort of the design, you know, master file, and it's surprisingly like not a lot here. I started with the case study for Whittle for the project pages. The actual Whittle one looks pretty good bit different than this, but
Mm-hmm.
I would throw in elements like the pagination that sticks with you on the project pages. Um, Did the broad strokes for how big are the type sizes generally. This was a early, playing with the sine wave underneath a link. Um, yeah, and this page, looks quite a bit different now on the live site, but I just sort of use this as my sketchbook for getting the big picture in there. And, some things obviously like made the chopping block
Yeah.
didn't work out, but yeah.
So if we can go to the Webflow read-only link, I got a question on. So let's go section by section. So
Cool.
you started with playing around with your logo as a pattern for the hero background, and then you went to like the Golden Gate Bridge. Now, how did you get to this point? Like, did you find a video, a motion graphics editor to create that, or was that a
Yeah.
stock? Or
No, actually, this was the very last thing we did before pushing live. It was the last decision we made, and it's kind of funny because it's the first thing people see. But we knew it would be a tough thing to figure out. How do you kind of capture people's attention, somehow represent the company in some form? There's a lot of impact that basically that the first moment someone sees your website needs to capture.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had all these other ideas for more static layouts and everything, but there's a pretty great motionographer we worked with who did all the modeling for the Lego museum exhibit
Oh, wow.
that we did for Museum of Science and Industry. There's a case study on that. This is a cool project. Definitely check it out. Yeah, he's brilliant, and he does magic with motion graphics.
Yeah,
So
apparently.
yeah, we shared our concept with him, basically gave him the same spiel I gave you, showed him showed him where the website was at and everything. And we just said, like, we want to represent sine waves in this top area, and showed him a little bit of reference. I grabbed, there's an artist some people have picked up on, definitely inspired it, called Brendan the Blob is what he goes by.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and a couple other like sine wave reference too. So we sort of landed on this thing. He sketched up a couple iterations of it, and we, picked this sort of like really clean solution.
Beautiful work, beautiful work. And obviously there's H's everywhere, and it's subtle, and it's your whole concept, and that's beautiful.
I hadn't even noticed the H's in there. I see them now. That's weird.
Oh, now you cannot unsee.
Yeah.
And so you wanted to get away from the hard breaks for each row, and I think a lot of websites have that. And you were able to figure out with Webflow Interactions how to get away from that. Can you show us that trick? Can you show
Yes.
us how you did that?
Yes. So as you can see in the read-only Webflow, there are hard sections.
Yes.
And this was strictly because if I were to figure out the transitions in this Webflow, because you don't see interactions in the editor or design state of this, it would be really hard to know like where I'm at when I continue to design this. So, I had to code a solution that brought it to life when I published it or previewed it, but would still allow me to like know what the hell I'm working on in here. So the way I solved that is I did the solution for the backgrounds over here, and this is what this backgrounds div contains, all of them. It's fixed in place, so it's with you wherever you go. And for every section of the website, I set up a different interaction that showed or hid each of these sections based on where you are on the content.
Oh.
But in order for these backgrounds to show, I in code here, specific to the homepage, I had to, there's my word stuff. Maybe it's in the.
Oh, you have to go to your
dashboard.
dashboard.
Yeah, the dashboard. It's probably in there. Let me see if I can find that.
In the custom code.
Yeah.
Okay, so you added your own.
So I added some stuff here. Backgrounds. So this is it.
Oh, okay.
So, no, back face. Well, now I'm having a hard time finding it. But essentially, if you put something in the custom code sections,
yeah,
it only shows up when it goes live.
Yeah.
So I have these backgrounds in here actually built into the divs.
Mm-hmm.
I set this class no background in my custom code as hidden. So whenever I publish it and view it live, all these backgrounds hide, but they remain here in the design section.
Okay, I see.
Right. So yeah, that's essentially how I did it. Otherwise, as you scroll to each of these sections, I've got about us here. I've got section work here.
So you would have a scroll interaction placed on each one.
Yes.
Yeah, and for everyone in the live chat room, I'll post the read-only link on the forum post, and I'll also put it in the chat room later. But yeah, so you just did a simple trick of just fading in backgrounds.
Yep, that's all it is.
That are just fixed in the background, obviously. Man,
right.
I gotta try that now.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, it was, once I kind of figured out the logic, it was surprisingly simple. And each of these sections are just set to, 100% viewport height with a minimum or yeah, minimum height on them so they don't collapse on their content. And yeah, it worked out.
If you scroll up to the About Us section, the blue section, I noticed that you're not there. Is
There's
that
nothing,
is
and it gets kind of tricky to edit this stuff in Webflow when it's not here. But the reason I believe, let's see if I open up this interaction.
and FYI, you're not on a read-only link. Just
Oh, okay. I'll be extra careful.
making sure.
Um, so this is bio paragraph HE. So that's
Oh, okay.
me for the Helms part
Mm-hmm.
of the equation. Right now, I have it completely off frame. So
Yeah.
um,
You have it off using the styles panel.
yeah, maybe that's where it is.
Is it? Oh no, it's not.
No, it's not. Or maybe it's the content in
Yeah.
it.
All right. All right. Well, it's something that we can. I think the biggest one is the backgrounds, how they fade in. I think that's the trick that we all need to learn. But fading in content, that's like one of the basic interaction stuff. But let me write something in the chat room. If you have any questions for JT, post them now. So yeah, while we're waiting for, if you have any questions for JT, go ahead and yeah, post it up on the chat room, and we'll get it to him. And yeah, my face is on two screens.
Yeah.
You can press stop on the screen. There you go.
Cool.
There you are. Okay, cool. Yeah, thank you for that little behind the scenes sneak peek, and it's very interesting. The subtle things you can do with Webflow. And I'm gonna definitely try that. And I think that would be a nice trend. I would like to see that trend of fading sections, because everyone's just doing row by row by row, and it's just getting too blocky, you know. And
Yeah, it worked. It worked for our site, and I've seen it in a few other sites. We're definitely not the first ones to do it by any means,
yeah.
but it was fun to figure out how to do it within this platform because I have no idea how the other companies did it. So,
All right, you got your first question. Did you guys look into any web alternatives before Webflow? From Riley.
uh, yes, the alternatives being me not developing it myself. And the reason for that is I'm a designer at heart. I do know front end web development to a degree. I'm okay in HTML and CSS. But as soon as I need things like CMS integration or really heavy animation stuff, or jQuery or anything like that, that's where I started to hit my walls, and it would be a lot more productive for me to work with another front end guy. The beautiful thing about Webflow, though, is right when I started using it, it put that palette of options right out in front of me. So I'm a very visual person, being a designer, and to see all of the tools that are at my disposal, suddenly timing when it comes to code wasn't as much of an issue. And then on top of that, you throw in the ability to host the site, CMS, all that stuff. I wasn't finding another real contender that gave me all those options. So um, if I didn't use Webflow, I probably would have worked with another developer and kind of tag teamed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, from Arcadius is asking, will you guys try to remake some of the sections live in Webflow? Maybe in a future Webflow workshop, I can. Got to figure it out first, or maybe someone in the community can post up a tutorial on the forums. That would be really cool. Just experiment on your own. And let me get the. Actually, can you post the? Yeah, can you give us the read-only link? Or I think I can. Maybe I can find out on my own. Webflow Discover. There we go. Discover popular.
I got it. There we go.
Oh, Yep, too late. I got it.
Oh, oops.
Copy. Okay, paste it in there. So there you go, guys. Over here. There you go. Um, yeah. I guess not many other people have questions, but um, yeah. Is there anything else you're working on currently that you're allowed to talk about in Webflow?
Um, no, the last thing that we finished up was the tech hire website,
Oh yeah. Let's take a
which
look at
was
that one. Techhire.com or dot
yeah,
.org?
.org.
Dot
Yeah.
.org. Techhire.org.
That one we did right before the break and launched, and it was cool because the White House made the announcement for it as uh, an initiative to get people that have a harder time getting into tech jobs, get them the jobs they're looking for. So,
Yeah.
um, it's a one pager, but that one we went all out with animations,
Yeah, it
and
looks like it. It's
yeah,
it's more
that was
crazier.
a fun one.
And like so
Yes, tech
how long
hire.
did this one take you to create?
That one we had a maybe 2.5 week turnaround.
Whoa.
Yep. So, as far as workflow process, we had to cut a lot out of the equation. We essentially, I showed them a mood board, style board that had, typography, colors, some of the patterns. We're going to use big chunky shapes and how is the image treated, and showed it to the client and, said essentially, does this feel like you guys? Well, does this work? And they said, yep, that looks like us. Let's do it.
On the
And
first pass?
yeah, with a little bit of, um, few revisions, but
Yeah.
yeah, essentially. And then the next check-in I had with them, I showed them the live site. I mean, that's I went to Sketch and did the sort of broad strokes like I did with the HECO site, but didn't bother showing the client that stuff. I wanted to show them live in Webflow with the animations, and I didn't have everything ironed out, but they were able to see it functioning and scroll on it and everything. And I think anytime you can do that for a client, um, it takes away a lot of the guesswork, and they don't have to imagine quite as much.
Yeah.
So they were super stoked to see that, and
Yeah.
thankfully we were able to stick with that timeline and turn it
Two and a
around.
half weeks for the White House. Man.
Yeah, yeah, it was a fast one.
Well, congratulations on the Site of the Day award. Congratulations on the Tech Hire launch. Yeah, I'm excited to see future projects. So if you have any other future projects that you launch, let us know. And
Yeah,
if you,
I'll be
you and
sharing
your
them.
partner want to get back on the stream, I'd be glad to see behind the scenes of what you guys do.
Okay, cool.
Well,
Yeah, Simon had a quick question.
oh,
Do you now use Webflow to build websites for clients? So Tech Hire is definitely in Webflow. And before that, the World Without Exploitation site was completely in Webflow. There's also a case study on that one on the HECO site. So, um, yeah.
oh, I think one last good question I think is from Riley.
Sure.
What is something you want to learn in 2017? Ooh.
Ooh, that's really broad. I want to learn how to DJ, and
There you go.
uh, I'll keep it to coding or Webflow. I One thing I'm hoping for that happens in 2017 is Webflow starting to bring in some efficiencies that are granted by um, SAS and less languages. So a little bit more advanced CSS languages that let you like set the website's entire color palette. So if
Oh, like global variables.
yeah, exactly, introduce variables, that would be beautiful. And I'd love if in 2017 I was able to dig into that more by, with some Webflow integration. That would be awesome. So,
Yeah, yeah, that's a
yeah,
great thing. And I think a lot of people in the community want that as well. But yeah, good luck on your coding studies and good luck with your agency. Thank you so much for being a part of the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool. All right, guys.
All right,
Have
have a
fun.
good
Got
day.
around.
Bye. Well, that was fun. Yeah, I'm gonna really dive into the read only link and see how to make that work. Yeah. Y is asking. I still can't really get my head around Webflow. What would you recommend? Just go through the lessons on their site. Good question and great segue because this is the second half of the show where I take any Webflow questions, web design questions, or if you have any Webflow.io links that you're working on right now, let's do a critique. Let's show and tell. So, for a wise question, yes, go to help.webflow.com, and right here, if you go to, let's see here, courses at the top right here, we have this getting started with Webflow, and you can create your first page within 40 minutes if you just follow these lessons. They're really basic lessons. And here's the thing about Webflow that I tell everyone, including in the live chat room that we have for sales support and also support tickets. Webflow is a professional design tool. Okay, it's if you understand HTML and CSS fundamentals, the basics of web design, then Webflow will help you speed through your designs really fast. You can build your sites really fast on Webflow. And just like JT said, he had a turnaround time for techhire.org or two and a half weeks, and he was able to get it done. Now, if you don't understand HTML and CSS yet, that's totally fine too, because you can pick up Webflow and the starter plan, which is free, and you can start experimenting, publish your site to webflow.io link, and just view the source code in the background. You can do right click on the page and view source on your browser, and then you will start to learn the patterns, like this tag is doing this css property is doing this, and so just keep at it and you'll start to learn. So however which way you like to learn, we're here to help. Okay. And also, the forums, I can't speak enough about the forums. Forum.webflow.com will help you because everyone, even in the live chat room, they love helping people and passing the knowledge forward because web design is such a unique industry that's always growing and is always changing. And so helping each other learn only grows our community and helps us all get jobs, right? So good luck with that. Why? Great question. Eric is asking, how do you hand Webflow files to clients and can they update their own content? Great question again. You can either export your site, your HTML, CSS, JS, and your inline images out of Webflow, and then hand that off to them. But I think if they don't understand web design or they're not used to deploying a website on their own through FTP to their own servers, just use the CMS. The CMS is really cool because you can build your database within Webflow however you want without coding. You can design the look of your database without coding again, and to add your client so they can edit the sites themselves. You would just go to the CMS settings and then add their email address, and then there you go. And then also, if you guys aren't using the client billing yet, I would suggest doing that. Let me search for client billing. Yeah, so what client billing does is you don't have to pay for the hosting fees. You would forward the hosting fees to your client, and if you also want, you can add in your own profit margin to those monthly invoices. All right. So yeah, check that out. Wow, a lot of questions, a lot of URLs. Let me get to the URLs later, Clement. Let me get these questions out of the way. Samuka, just want to say hi and thank you. I love Webflow. Oh, yes, we love you too. The whole team loves you. Thank you for being a part of this community. Let's see here. I think I saw it. Where is it? When are Interactions 2.0 coming? Ugh, I know. I haven't yet got to play with it either. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Yes. I don't know. I wish I can tell you. I wish I knew, but I don't. Honestly, I don't. We are working on it. Again, do you want a buggy beta or do you want a working beta? No, development takes time. Okay, regarding templates, from Mike, regarding templates, I see them labeled as CMS and basic. Do I need the CMS plan to use the CMS template? Yes, but when you buy the CMS template, uh, there is no hosting subscription added onto it. So you can design and build your CMS site however you want. And once you're ready to go live and add your client as a content collaborator, attach their custom domain name to the site, and then publish it to their custom domain name, that's when you have to add in a hosting subscription. Okay? And if it's CMS, then you have to get the CMS or business hosting, whichever one you want. You cannot go to basic. Okay, I think I'm done with the questions. All right, let's go to the URLs. hopweb.webflow.io. All right, let's see. Let's do this. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. How do I feel about this right now? Did I just see a goat? What was that? Whoa, this video's... Okay. Alright, so you're going to different places. Alright. Alright. This is different. Are these sections right here? Oh, okay, so they don't... Where do they... Okay. That's different. Yeah, there was a goat. Ha! Alright. This kind of confuses me. But then again, it could be a different design style that I'm just not used to. Usually you would have these things in its own row, and in 4 columns. But you're doing something different, and I appreciate that. And so this kind of stuff, this new kind of experimenting, I would say make sure that you have some sort of thing like click tracking for your Google Analytics or Mix Panel or some sort of heat tracking, so you know if people are really clicking on this. Okay, see if this really works. All right, so we move down. Okay, this is nice. I like how breathable it is. This is what I'm talking about with white space. Everyone who's been part of my stream probably knows that I love big boxes. All right, cool. All right. Yeah, I'm really interested in this. Yeah, let me know how it goes with those. Ooh. Huh. Like that. What if these well then yeah, just leave it on this one. Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty. This is pretty. Great job. Great job. Well, okay. Now you have spacing that's not even from here and here. Yeah. Because you have spacing that's even here at the top, and then you have spacing even at the bottom, but not in your yellow rows. You know? But overall, great job. Let's go on to the next one. Let's see here. Personal site. Great job, Clement. Okay. Hi, built this in Webflow. I might mess up your name. Guillaume? Oh, I'm bad with names. I'm so sorry. Mr. Goslin. Yes. Ooh. Ooh, I want to see this again. Okay. I like that interaction. Man. Huh. I want to see that again. That's so smooth. Oh, man. Good job. Alright, let's see here. What's next? Okay. Oh, you have a fade out? What? Oh, this is nice. Big boxes. And it tells the story. Oh, these are tabs? Please. Yes. Okay. Obvious thing. I think you've already figured it out, but this should be white text. But, I mean, that's something small. I know you're probably going to fix that. But, man. Oh, more, more. Ah, photography. Great job. Man, I really want eggs now. Whoa. Oh, man. Oh, I'm just having fun now. What do you want me to... what do you want me to critique? Oh, great job. Great job. Okay, here's one critique. Flexbox these guys. You know? That way, this can always stretch to the vertical height. Flexbox these elements. So the parent of this column could be Flexbox, and the Flexbox children can stretch. And so when you have four elements, they would stretch vertically, and so you don't have this awkward white space. Yeah, great job. Wow. All right, Webflame, what are you doing? What are you doing, Webflame? Drawing the web or process. Okay, I like the texture. I would make this play around with the font size with like VH. No, VW. Okay, like do 20 VW with the font size of this, because this should be bigger because you have this awkward space right here that's doing nothing. So kind of fill that up. See if you can do that. Okay. These would be nice if these were clickable, or to go straight to your work, if that's what you're trying to do, if you're trying to lead them on, because these seem to be like you want them to click, but I can't click these, so I don't know if this is a work in progress. Great spacing, draws the line. Yeah, so if you make these links, make sure to have a hover effect. Okay, we're doing something here. That's cool. Nothing happening there. Rather than having a row like this that just reiterates your home page, why not this icon web design, or this box be here, and then the text for web design be here on the right, and then vice versa. You have the box for branding on the right, and then the text for branding on the left, and then vice versa again. So you have this pattern, like a zigzag pattern. Okay. Yeah. Keep it going, Webflame. Yeah, I love how soft it looks. Great job with the pastel colors. A picture of yourself or your team would be nice. Okay, Recruit Now by Sammy. What are you doing, Sammy? Ooh, dots. More dots. Stop dots. Anyone know that reference? All right. This is really simple. It seems like there's a concept behind it, with the dots. I like this. I like this. Who are we? Nice. Oh, this is nice. This reminds me again of HECO's website. It's just so basic that it's simple and it's effective. All right, here we go. Oh, yeah, I like these kind of boxes. And you're using line art? Great job. Contact us. Okay, a hover effect would be nice. You need to keep things... You have interactions happening here and there, but don't... Yeah, you have hover interaction here, here, here. You have a hover interaction here, but yet, once you get to the bottom, you stop it. Add a hover interaction here. Maybe the contact us words just move to the right a couple pixels, when you hover over it. Something to keep the interactions going. But great job. Let's go one more page. Oh, okay. So it's scrolling one page. Great job. Wait, I love how the O in the now moves into the O area. What? Did I miss something? Huh? Oh. Oh, that's neat. That's cute. I missed that. Okay, Sammy, you can give the contact area a hover effect. Oh, Mikhail's all out about it. Great job. If I click it, what happens? Oh, nice. This form. Oh, this form is awesome. Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to catch up with the chat room. Any update on the plugin marketplace? I wish. We're still building the whole framework, making sure there's a lot of things happening in the background that you guys don't know about. It's, to keep things performing fast and making sure that when we put these new features in, that, it still keeps the platform super duper speedy and smooth. Because, we don't want new features to be added to Webflow, which then makes Webflow perform slower. Then it's like, what's the use of adding new features if each new feature just makes it slower and slower? So we're working on it. I promise. Okay. Awesome interactions. Ease up on them. I think Helms and Nelson, it takes hard to work to design simply. Yes. Going now. What is that site? Thanks, Nelson. Oh, did I catch up with everything? Wow. Here's one more. Let's go to it. Pharaoh, what are you working on? Ooh, whoa. Okay. Is that leap motion? I always wanted one where you can control the computer with your fingers. Oh, mind control. Okay, now we're becoming Jedis. This is cool. Let's see here. Nice. Ooh. Okay, I wonder why on first load it kind of stutters. You have some sort of loading, and I'm thinking, is this a full SVG image or But how did you make these shapes? That's interesting. I like this. You have a scroll bar, horizontal scroll bar at the bottom. If you watch this part right here, you have some scroll bar action happening, but it's just a small thing. Work in progress teaser. Nice. I remember I used to work at a place where I put, I was making concept web page, and then I made the video box full width, and my superior's like, no, that's bad. Don't do that. And I'm like, what's wrong with it? Nothing's wrong with it. It gives it more of a... Oh, cool. That's cool. Cool. Simple interactions. Great job. Yeah, super simple. All right. Let's see here. About. Nice. Oh, that's cool. Interesting. You? Join us. Nice. Super simple. I like the shapes. Great job. All right, Pharaoh. Great job. Moving on. Refresh the site. Scroll down. Okay. Sign me. Neo Digit. Let's see here. Pablo, what are you working on? A 404 page. Uh-oh. Pablo, what's up? How I saved our marriage.webflow.io. Marriage counseling? All right, let's see what you're working on, Mia. Maya? That one's not working either. Am I doing something wrong? Uh-oh. All right, Simon, what are you working on? Oh, what just happened? What? Just hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm let me check the team Slack. Huh? Huh? Are we all posting 404s? And am I doing it wrong? Is it me? What am I doing wrong? Try it again. neodigit.webflow.io. Okay. There, it works. What? Okay. Anyways. Ooh. I'm all about the pixels. All we are offering, it's real cloud. Huh? All we are offering, it is real cloud. I think there's a grammar error there. I'm not understanding this. Deploy the blue gem or the red gem. So I'm confused at what this site is trying to do, but with the search domain, I'm guessing you're creating a domain name registry website. But let me move on. So nothing's clickable except for that. If I go down, okay, you need to work on your cards. But I like the graphics so far. Yeah, this copy I think needs work because I'm not sure what you guys are selling. Okay. Okay, so you have that. Cool. I like it. It feels. It has the feel of material design. Okay, this is a very Google like page, but you gotta make sure that things are working and your spacing could be bigger here. Let's go to domains. Oh, okay, so one pager. All right, yeah. So see how you have nice spacing here and here, but when you get here, the spacing is very tight. So push that out on the top and bottom. Okay. Cool. Let me take how I saved my marriage. Oop. There you go. 3-hour VIP relationship healing session. Huh. I like that. It's a healing session. I'm ready to shift now. Okay. Ooh, so I think this, because it's all about, healing and a smooth transition or something that's a concept of marriage counseling. Maybe take the idea from Hiko's site where it's not hard breaks between rows. It's that fading effect. So if you can learn this, maybe that'll work on this page where it fades to white and you have this and then it fades to blue and it has something like this, fades to white again. But yeah, so far this site, besides that, I mean, this site is really nicely done. Okay, hover effects, nice. Cool, you have testimonials. You can this graphic, you might want to cut it out from its background because you can see it. It's an off-white on top of white, so kind of looks weird. Just a little. But great job. Great job. Let's go to this one. Simon, what are you working on? Oh, okay, this is nice. I'm all about photography, and so very sporty site. Okay, you can use Flexbox with these. If these are dynamic lists, you can do a Flexbox so they're all the same height. So learn that one. This is nice right here. Oh, cool. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, besides that, great job. Let's see here. Um, let's see here. What if you had an extra nav bar that when you scroll down past the hero row, that you have a sticky nav bar at the top to keep people interested to go to other pages? Because beyond that, I'm like, okay, what if I'm not interested in any of these things, right? Then another nav bar of these, but it's a smaller font size would would be nice. That doesn't do anything. Feature. Yep. Cool. Great job. Great start. Self-initiated redesign project. Yes, yes. I love it when people redesign something. You know, you just see where it can take you, and it helps you learn. Built for fun, still learning Webflow. Thank you so much for learning. Yeah, I was just on Twitter. I was talking to this guy. He said he's 70 years old and he's still learning Webflow, and that is awesome. Uh, age is nothing but a number. It's just how many times did you circle the sun? And what keeps us young is the ability to learn. I love it when I see elderly people who are like graduating college for the first time or something, or getting their masters or something, and it just shows that they're still young at heart because they still want to push their brain to learn something new. And that's why I love web design, because it never stops changing, and it changes so fast. I mean, the technology industry forces us to learn because we'll never know what's going to happen next. And then when it happens, how do we adjust? How do we adapt? And we have to learn something new. And that's why I'm very, very proud of you all for making these awesome sites, because it shows that you're always learning. And I love being a part of a community that enjoys that. All right, so great job to you all. Let's take one more URL. Sir Had, if you want me to look at your URL, please put your webflow.io link, not the actual published custom domain name. All right. While I'm waiting for that, any other last questions? Yeah. So I'll just wait for that. Let's see here. Anything I missed? Nope. I think that's about it. Sir Han says okay. While I'm waiting for that, let's do our usual sign-offs. And thank you all in the live chat room. Webflame says just checked, it is safe. Yep, but we got to keep everything webflow.io. Got to keep it fair for everyone else who posted a webflow.io link. Okay. Usual sign-off. If you're having any billing, technical, or account related issues, hit me up, me and the support team at support@webflow.com. If you have any design, custom code, CMS API questions, go to forum.webflow.com, post it up there, and the awesome global community will help you out. Speaking of CMS API, yes, Sammy, I want to do a CMS API episode, so that's coming soon. Also, what's coming soon, we're going to have our next community spotlight. Aaron from the community forums is gonna share his career story with us. Okay, and if you would like to be on the community spotlight, let me know. Just send me a DM on the forums or hit me up on Twitter at the Pixel Geek. Also, what else? For social media, hit me up at webflow_Nelson or at Webflow app or facebook.com/Webflow. This stream happens every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And I think that's about it. But let's go to one more webflow.io link from Sirhad. Bold calendar. Page not found. Oh, there we go. Remove the slash. There we go. Ooh. Mentor, task manager, calendar. Alright. Okay, so purchase for $39. Is this an app or is this the actual thing? I'm thinking it's the thing. Okay. Ooh. Okay, what's in it for me? Okay, this icon's telling me to click, so I click. Okay. Oh. Wow, that must have taken a while to build. Print is hard. I don't understand completely the whole print world, and yeah. Never stop hacking. Yes, I agree. Okay. I didn't know these were clickable, except for the hand icon, of course. But hover effects. You can do something with this with a hover effect. This word get update gets lost with the background, including the submit button. So what if these were kind of bigger? Your inline text is still the default blue. I don't know if you want to leave it like that. But yeah, everything else, great job. I like this. This right here feels like an app. I thought it was an app, and I was like, ooh, I want to download it right away. But then I saw it's print, so you might want to. How would you? Maybe the background not white. And again, this is just an opinion. You don't have to take it. Maybe it's like a desk. Something where it's in context, because when we see stuff like this, like screenshots of an app, you would see it in context because it's inside of a phone, and maybe that phone is inside of a hand, and that hand is obviously attached to a person who's using the app in context, where this one could be in context where it's on top of a desk. But yeah, see here, Webflow interaction demo kit link that Brian did does not work anymore. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Use of white space. Yep. Yeah. All right. So we're just going to end it off there. Thank you all in the live chat room for being here. You guys are amazing. Keep learning. Do what you do. I'll see you on the forums. And until, what do we have next week? Oh, next week we're going to have a live open forum. So yeah, bring any questions you want. Bring your links. And it's all about you next week, okay? So I'll see you next Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Love you guys, and make the web beautiful.